had pushed a button and my mic was muted, so there was that. Okay, let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. Let's hope things run a little bit smoother now. Let's see, who do we have in chat? We have got Allie. Yes, we switched it. We changed it to 10 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. Mandy, good morning. Let's see, Evelyn, good morning. Lucy, good morning. Kenny, good morning. Holly and Sarah, good morning, good morning. Hello, Terralyn, good morning. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Let's see, Sarah, Holly, Terralyn. Okay, I think we're good. And hello to everybody that's lurking. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we get started, first of all, I know I said I was gonna catch up on the flowers and the mane and the tail, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest, yesterday was slammed. I had 0 extra time yesterday. So I did not, you were up at 5 a.m. Oh goodness, Kenny, huh? No. Good morning, Tina. So I did not get caught up on the hair like I said I was going to. However, we are still going to get started on the background today because I can still do the hair at another time. But before we, good morning, Joe. Sounds good. Before we get too far into coloring, I want to show you a little bit of happy mail that arrived yesterday. The wonderful, wonderful Evelyn ordered from my coloring corner with Renee. Check this out. It is a pencil holder. Her husband 3D prints them. Look, and these go forward. So you can organize all of your, here, let me lighten this up a little bit. There we go. You can organize all of your pencils in all these little slots. And she just redid the sizing so it'll fit the Caran d'Ache pencils. But look at that. How clever is that? So clever. I think, well, when I was saying that's so clever, I was thinking of Kipper when he says, that's so clever. But then I'm realizing probably not everyone has seen that cartoon. Anyway, I mean, look at how super cute that is. And then as a couple little extra added bonuses, she added in a very cool pack of beautiful washi tape. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at how adorable these are. I actually like audibly giggled at the post office when I opened it up. Look, they're little 3D printed. You love Kipper. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone in that one. Little 3D printed weeping angels. Look at that. And they kind of like go in order. So it's like, you know, got the eyes covering and then, you know, down and then angry and then, oh, you should probably run. But look at how adorable they are. I mean, they're so cute. So I posted a picture on my, gosh, my mat is so just, I just cleaned it the other day. On my Instagram, I have these, their spot now is set up around the TARDIS and they're acting out the Blink episode, you know, where all the angels are surrounding the TARDIS. So yeah, that is their honored location. It's so awesome. Hi, Marilyn. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, it's perfect. It's amazing. Evelyn, this was such a good idea. Thank you for sending this. This was amazing. I really had no idea what to expect. And I got here, I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, it's one of these. Because I had seen Tammy's and it's just, I mean, it's so clever. I had so many people. Is that Biff and Chip books, Little Brown Dog? Yeah, he's a little brown dog. It's just like Kipper the dog. There's books and then there's a show. It's like, they call him Kipper the dog. I've watched too much of that show because my kids like Kipper the dog. It's a UK based show. But yeah, so that was some extremely fun and awesome happy mail yesterday. I was like, oh, and now I have a place to put all the pencils during stream. It's a little less cringy piley of stuff. Hi, Diane, good morning. Got my coffee. So yeah, so like I said, I didn't catch up on the hair and the mane. Hi, Tracy. So thank you again, Evelyn. That was amazing. And Renee, if you're watching this back, thank you. Those were just, it was so thoughtful and so amazing. You both are just so wonderful. Genie picture is awesome. Yes, I saw that. It looks so good. So yeah, what we're gonna work on today is the background from my memories long ago childhood, right? Yeah, that's the kids. Actually, I don't think they've even watched it recently, but they watched it so much when they were toddlers, it's just stuck. And they have a big Kipper stuffy that at the time I ordered it all the way from the UK. It took forever, was way overpriced, but they got a lot of use out of that Kipper the dog stuffy. That's really bright. Isn't it? Okay, we're gonna fix that. There we go. So yeah, we are gonna work on the background today, and I feel like has a place to lay down without knocking pencils off the desk. Exactly. I don't know when he's gonna come up in here. Steve is doing a meeting downstairs, and as soon as he's done, he's gonna come open the office door. That way Paul can come and go as he pleases, and I don't have to worry about opening the door for him. So we'll see if Paul visits today. But yeah, so we're gonna work on the background because I feel like that will really kind of help bring these two pages together. And like I said, if you want to see how I did the unicorn body and the hair and this flower, you can check last stream. And then yeah, we're gonna keep going today. So let's start with. Here, Steve. Okay, so door's open now. So Paul may come and go as he pleases.
Paul is on my lap.
Oh really? See, I feel betrayed.
Well,
you're here and I'm chopped liver.
Well, I would like to point out that working from home all last year, he was always on my lap.
That is true. That is true. Aw, thanks, Kenny. Evelyn says, hey, Steve.
Hello.
What? What?
I'm just dreaming that Annie is in a box in little Emily's room. Under her bed.
She was going nuts over this little red string here on the carpet earlier. Oh, Sarah says, hi, Steve. And Kenny says, exclamation point, Steve. Okay, so let's start with spring green as our base color. Let's see. Which one, what number is that anyway? That's number 42. That's 101.
Oh.
There it is. Is he on his way here?
He's on the stairs.
So I sort of sketched out this line here. I'm gonna erase it now that we're gonna go ahead and add our green. Let's see. Here we go. Whoa, all the cats are in here. They're following you. You wanna give her a snack before you go?
I just did.
Oh, you did? A kitty, you can't have so many snacks.
I'll give her another one. She's an old lady.
Should I get Steve a pencil holder?
She's an old lady.
She is an old lady. She gets lots of snacks.
Hi, Paul.
All right, so we're taking our spring green and we're just going to sketch this in. The only thing is the only time he ever breaks out his pencils is when we have Steve streams. Oh, I was putting green on that mushroom. My bad. Sorry, mushroom. Maybe you could be a green mushroom. Okay, I'm gonna give this a quick sharpen here. Paul, your fans are waiting. Hey, Paul. You wanna come say hi? You wanna come up here? He's looking at me on the rug. Hey. Paul. Paul. No, Steve's doing something downstairs. He's too interested in that. Once Steve leaves, then he'll probably be interested. So I'm not gonna zoom in yet. I am gonna turn this down one though. And what I'm doing is I'm just filling in the grassy area with spring green, because obviously this is going to be a brighter green because it is daytime rather than a more muted green is what we did on the other side. Hi, Dee. Okay. So we're just gonna fill this in. Gonna go kind of light here at the bottom because we are gonna have a little bit of dirt on the bank of the river here. So we're just gonna fill this in. Let's see, a little bit here. Yeah, I think this is really gonna come together when we can kind of see how they compare to each other. Hey, Paul, come here. You wanna come here? Yeah, okay, here he comes now. Come here. Here we go. Hey, buddy. Your fans were asking about you. What do you think? What do you think? Get some of those Paul emotes in chat. Yeah. What do you think, bud? So we're just kind of blocking in our base color here. Yeah, you're a nice kitty, huh? Sounds good, Mandy. Yeah, the door's gonna be open, so you can come and go as you want. Hi, Mona. You can. Sometimes I'll be like sitting in the recliner and I'm just like kind of dinking around on my phone or whatever, and he will just like jump up on my lap and he will literally, oh, I can't see, your back's on it. He will literally shove my phone out of the way and demand pets. There you go. Why do I wear black on stream days? Honestly, I should know better. You are just twitching your tail like crazy. Please don't unhook the camera. Oh, nice, Mandy. Yeah, I've been hearing about how hot it is there. Okay. So that is spring green. Gonna put this in my little slot here. Get a sip of coffee. Sunbathe on the back of my couch and soak in the sun. Yeah, they like to find whatever sun shafts they can find, and they go hang out on those ones. Okay, so for additional grass colors, let's get basil green. Let's see, basil green. Okay, see you later. You just gonna sit there? Hanging out? Okay, let's go. It's too much. I demand autumn. I know, right? I've been kind of debating about getting out the fall decorations, but then it's just like, do I really have a right to? I mean, honestly, is it time yet? Okay, let's get, I feel like apple green is gonna be too bright. Let's get matcha green, which is number 6. Matcha green and emerald green 94. Yes. Okay. I want to get this nice and sharp here. Okay, this one too. And let's see, what else? What other one do I want? I've already started Halloween decorating. I love it. I love it. I've got to think of like what fall decor now that like, because I had decorations before for our other place, so I haven't even really thought about decorations for this place yet. I might have to acquire a couple more. Let's get fern green also, 92, a slightly muted green, but that's just for the stuff way in the back. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on its side. You can zoom in just a little bit here. All right, so we're gonna get, that's moss green. I grabbed the wrong one because professional streamer here. 92. Did I already have it out? No. Okay. 96, 97, 30, 99, 92. Here it is, fern green. Hi, Barb. All right, here we go. Doing well, Barb. How are you? There we go. A little bit of this fern green in the back. Okay. Hi, Emily. Okay, we're just kind of filling this in just a little bit. And I've been trying to decide if we want to do clouds for the background, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We might do a couple. We might do a couple. So I want to get this kind of base of the green in the back, and then we'll do the grass blades in the front. Okay. I was gonna say, if that was the case, then I hope he never delivers his package. That would be unfortunate. All right, so matcha green now. A little bit brighter green. Gonna go over that fern green that we placed in the back. go. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, I feel like it's starting to really come together, especially with the day versus the nighttime and everything. So we get this background in, and I think it'll really just kind of have it all make sense. You know what I mean? Plus, I feel like the background's probably the most challenging part of the whole thing. So we get that done and out of the way, then we just fill in the rest. Right, Barb? Right, so we're just filling this in with matcha green, kind of going over, we did spring green first, then we did fern green in the back and kind of faded it down, and now we're adding matcha green on top of that. There we go. All right, then we have, thanks Lucy, then we have emerald green. I'm gonna start adding in just a little bit of that. Not a ton, because I want this to, I want the blades of grass to stand out more than the background grass, if that makes sense. And then don't forget, this Saturday, so we'll be live one more time this week, Friday night, but then Saturday morning will be episode 2 of our new Let's Talk episode, so that should be super exciting. Then the following week, we have an interview. Excited about that. Also, I've got the 2 other sets of the Arteza Everblends. I think it's the Flora one and the Gray Tone set coming from Arteza. So we will, when those get here, we're gonna do another live and we're gonna go over all of those color choices. So I'm excited about that. I think for that one, we might actually work on the coloring lamp page a little bit. Speaking of which, Dee Dee was coloring her coloring lamp this morning. Ethan and Christian were both in there. Okay. All right, that's good enough for now. We may add some more to it in a little bit, but I want to get started adding on some of these grass blades. So this one is emerald green. We're gonna grab jungle green, which is number 141. This one here, we're gonna give it a quick sharpen. Oh, you know what else? We should add that brown for the edge of the riverbank as well. So let's grab sienna brown, because these colors are going to be a little bit brighter than these ones here. So sienna brown and burnt ochre, I think. Put these in the handy dandy little case here. Actually, I'm about to use these ones. We'll leave these ones out. Ah, nice, Dee. Let's see. So what did I say? I said sienna brown and burnt ochre. So that is number 48 and number 113. Let's see. 113 and 48. Here we go. Okay, these are both pretty sharpened already. So let's go ahead and use sienna brown. Okay, right along this edge here. We could probably brighten this up just a bit. I'm not quite zooming in all the way yet because we're really kind of working back and forth a fair amount, but we can move that over just a bit. So I'm just using the sienna brown along the edge, and then we will use some of the burnt ochre and blend that in with the green. Then we'll be adding in our grass strands. I'm trying to think, there's an extra line here. What is that supposed to be? What do you guys think? Zoom in for a second. What do you think this is supposed to be here? There's a line right here. Maybe it's part of a rock, or maybe it's just, maybe it was part of the hoof? Maybe we'll just pretend it's not there? Maybe we'll do that. Because I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. Mistake? Yeah, I think it must have been part of a rock or stem. Maybe it's like behind the horse's hoof. Could be sand. Well, you know what we might do? We might just cover that part up with grass anyway, so it won't really matter. It's like one of those things where you're staring at it and you're like, what is this? Tiny mushroom stalk, that could work. See, this is why it's always nice doing it live, because I can converse with you on this. Be like, guys, what is this? Got my mighty mug today for my coffee. All right, now we're gonna use burnt ochre. Could make it a shadow. It could make it a shadow, right? It's a great mystery. It's always nice too when I have like a finished page next to it, because a lot of times like you can question like how is this going to turn into, you know, something, you know, it's like the ugly teenager stage. And you're like, how is this going to turn into this? But then you could look at the other side and see what we turned to the other side into and know that this is probably in the end going to look like something like that, you know? Okay, let's see. Let's actually grab a little bit of fern green. Kind of connect that brown to the green. Doing landscaping outside currently, but I'm hoping they won't come over by our house. So hopefully we can avoid any of that noise. It could be. Well, because there's a hoof here, and then this is her one back here. I'm guessing because of the thickness of the line, it has to have been a mistake, I think. I mean, it happens. I think either way, we'll just end up covering it with grass anyway. So, 'twill be a moot point. Good morning, Della. How are you? It's Wednesday. We're kind of halfway through the week here. I don't know, with the way Labor Day was, it kind of threw me all off, you know? Exactly, Sarah, exactly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some grass blades in here and start kind of defining this out a little bit, yeah? So we're gonna start with emerald green. Let's see, are we in frame? Yes, although you guys are getting the glare from the window. It's the difference between daytime versus nighttime. We actually have window light to work with. Okay. Did with the line, whether they erased it or turned it into a stem. Yeah, exactly. Where is your inner Bob Ross? No mistakes, happy little accidents. There you go. Getting a recall filter replaced. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, our car just went through the whole rigmarole of getting fixed. I do not relish going to the dealership or the mechanic again. Okay, so we're just getting this in. We're going to use a different color here in a little bit, but we're just sort of mapping in where we want all of our grass to be. Okay, so get that in here. Get all these little grass blades going on here. We might end up putting some in front, but probably not until we color the mushrooms and stuff. So here's what we're gonna probably go in order today. We're gonna keep working on this grass, and then we'll take a break from the grass because we won't be able to finish it all until we get this stuff along the bank done. So we'll do the grass, then we'll do the sky, then we'll come back and do the stuff in front. The double blenders from Karen Dash, but got the new package with the new setup. Oh no, Barb! Oh, yeah, so they messaged me back and they said that the price is still gonna be the same. So that's something at least. I responded to him again because they didn't answer the other part of my question. I'm trying to find out if they're going to be phasing out the full blenders altogether or if we will always have the option of both of them. I mean, it's not as much end of the world if they just, well, not that blenders, you know, not being in stock are the end of the world, but you know what I mean. I don't know if they're going to be phasing them out eventually altogether or what. So I'm hoping at some point here they may message us back. So it's like I'm slowly just getting like trickles of confirmed or not questions. All right, now we're going to go ahead and use jungle green. That's a shame though that you ordered one and got the other. Did you order it through Amazon? We need a much darker green here. What's our darkest green we have? Jungle green's pretty dark. Maybe I just need to push a little harder with this one. Right, exactly, Barb. Perfectly fine, no breaks. I know, that's the hilarious part, is that in the past, I have never not had a broken one. Like if I've received one that's not broken, it's like, what wizard magic is this? So I ordered 8 packs of them when they were selling out of them, and not a single one arrived broken. I just found that so funny. Like they're replacing it because people are complaining of breakage, and yet none of mine broke. So I think maybe the trick to it is you just have to buy it in bulk, apparently. Okay, all right, we're gonna leave that grass as is right now. We'll be refining this a little bit more later, but I wanna get the very background done. Hi, Daniela. Yeah, Amazon, but I won't be giving it back. One full blender is better than none. That is true, and if they're not selling them anymore, then I suppose we gotta take what we can get. I ordered that Staedtler sharpener in the UK, and we only get the one you mentioned in Let's Talk. Wait, you ordered the Staedtler sharpener, and in the UK, we only get the one you mentioned in Let's Talk. So wait, which one? Because this is the one that I mentioned in the Let's Talk episode. I hadn't ordered it yet, but this is the one that is more readily available in the UK. This is the triangle, the Staedtler Norris, and then this is the double hold sharpener. So did you get the Norris, or I guess, did you get the triangle or the round? Yeah, I think it was just, it always just when it arrived, like it was snapped somewhere in the middle, but it never bothered me because I just put it in an extender, you know? That's the one, the triangle one? Yeah. Yeah, this is the one that's available in the UK. Because I actually sent Johanna one of these, and the only one that I was able to find when I ordered it on Amazon was a single hold sharpener. But I'll be perfectly honest, now that I've been using the two, I prefer this one over this one. And actually on this weekend's Let's Talk, it's all about the tools and stuff that I like to use, and I go over more in depth about the sharpeners. Hi, Ruthie. All right, we're gonna turn this a little bit because we're gonna start mapping in our sky. We're gonna start mapping in our sky. So we're gonna use our, I mean, check this out. For those of you that weren't here earlier, Evelyn sent me this wonderful little pencil holder here made by Coloring with Renee. I'm gonna turn these down so I don't stab myself, but it's really cool. So it's like I can take all my green ones that I'm using and just put them just like so. and then just pop it right back up. And there it is. And then when I'm ready to use it again, I just tilt it on down and there we go. It's so handy. And actually, I made Renee a command too for those that are curious about him. You can type in !Renee, R-E-N-E, and you can get her Instagram link and her YouTube link. On her YouTube, I guess if you go to the community and scroll down, you can see she's got her email posted there. You can contact her about it. But I also put her Instagram in case you just want to message her there. All right, I'm going to erase the circle that we kind of sketched in for the sun. Yeah, I agree, Lucy. Like I didn't know any better before when I had my only the circle one, but now that I have the triangle, I love it. Oh, is it really? Very cool. Yeah, the difference between these two is the angle at which the blade, and actually I need to empty this, but it's the angle at which the blade is. So it sharpens it a little bit shorter so you have potential for less breakage. Hang on, I need to empty this real quick. Oof. A little cup here. Are the Arteza pencils a must own? I have Prismas but really want to expand. So if you have Prismas and are wanting to expand and you're not quite ready to invest in something like Faber-Castell, then yes, I very much recommend the Artezas. I always said that I feel like Artezas are what you would get if Prismacolor and Faber-Castell had a baby. They're also a bit more cost effective. Hang on, I'm gonna empty that. There we go. The Artezas are a bit more cost effective than the other ones, but if you've only been using Prismas, going into any other pencil, unless you're going into the Lumis, you need to understand that other pencils are not going to blend the way that Prismacolors do. Prismacolors are so soft, they just really smush into each other. But I think that Arteza would be a good transition pencil for sure. So if you're looking to expand and try something new, then Arteza is absolutely the way to go. Okay, let's grab lemon yellow. Do I already have that out? I do, in fact, already have that out. Hi, Tab. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's see. I want to make sure you can see here. Might be kind of, we'll zoom in a little bit because it might be a little bit hard to see the yellow from super far away. I'm getting polys for Christmas, but I want a cheap pencil to hold me over until then. Well, then I would try a small set of the Artezas for sure. I know they have their summer sale running, so I would check their website. I can't remember when that ended. If you do get Artezas though, purchase them from Arteza itself, because if something were to go wrong, the Arteza customer service is just like, it's amazing. It's absolutely wonderful. All right, I'm gonna lightly just fill in this whole circle with lemon yellow, and before we do the inside of the sun, we're gonna try and add the blue, because we're gonna wanna leave some yellow here for the brightness of the sun. We're not just gonna have like a yellow circle in the sky. Kind of how we did a glow outside of the moon, we're gonna kind of do a glow for outside of the sun as well. So we're just going to kind of lightly fill in with our lemon yellow right now. So we're just sort of mapping out that sun. Hi, Vicky. Yes, the castle arts are great too. Yeah, smoosh, exactly. Okay. So we're just kind of filling in here. This yellow. And we'll smooth all this out in a bit. Hi, Shannon. If I missed anybody coming in, I apologize. We are working on the background today. Yes, Emily, I like mark out as well. I've only had a chance to use them once on stream, but I'm working on a page for a future Let's Talk episode, and they're great. Yeah, the brutes are good also. Agreed, Holly. Yes, the castle arts are great. And if you need a color chart for that, you can go to my website. I've got a bunch of free color charts. You can type !website or go to emilyillustrator.com/downloads, and I've got a bunch of them there. All right, so for the sky, let's start with, go figure, sky blue. Sky blue. Is it sacrilege that I prefer the Artezas over the polychromos? Not at all. Honestly, if I were to take some of my favorite pencils, and this is taking into account cost effectiveness, colorability, color choice, like everything, because obviously like Pablo's and the Lumis are going to be like top of the line because they are some of the best pencils, but they're not exactly super cost effective. So truth be told, my go-to in my head when I'm running through my list of pencils is always my Staedtler first. I think, do I want to use my Staedtler on this? And that's just the 36 count. Absolutely love them. And then from there, then I go, like, I like the Pablos, I like the Polychromos. Prismas are even making their way back up slowly. I'm warming back up to them. Obviously, the Polychromos, like all of those, they're all just fantastic. There's so many good pencils out there. All right, so we are going to, let's see. So we're gonna have a little bit of glow here. I want there to be a little bit of cloud, but I'm not quite sure where we'll have space for. So we're gonna have the glow of the sun and the tail. We can have a little bit of cloud here. Let's see, can you see where I'm mapping? It's hard to see because it's not quite there, but it'll be more obvious once we lay down more of the blue. So we're going to just kind of, do I want that there? Maybe we'll make it smaller. Nice thing is I'm going to be doing a base coat of this sky blue, so it doesn't really matter if I re-sketch kind of what I want. Let's do there. Let's do a cloud here. Oh, awesome, Emily. Okay, so that's going to be a cloud. That's going to be a cloud. We'll have a little cloud down here because I want a little bit of variation. All right, let's go ahead and map in the rest of this blue here. I just love how the Artezas lay down. Not that I dislike Polychromos, they're great too. Yeah, so they're more like Polychromos than they are Prismas, but they do still have some aspects of Prismas as well because they are soft. They're very nice in that way. And if you don't have Prismas and you're wanting to try them, you can get a nice set of Prismas, like a 24 set that has a good range of colors, a 24 set for usually around 20 bucks or so. So it's not too bad. You can also get them open stock at like Blick or other places. Awesome, Hannah. Hello. Exactly, Lucy, exactly. Everybody has their own preferences when it comes to pencils. And honestly, I mean, if anybody's seen Sarah Renee Clark's video recently where she did a realism drawing for 50K subscribers, she drew balloons, and she was able to get a hyper-realistic drawing with Crayolas. So honestly, you can create all kinds of stuff with any kind of set of pencils. So it really just comes down to preference more than anything else. Okay, so we're just filling in that blue here. I don't know if you can see it or not. You can see a little bit. We are going pretty light right now. We'll darken up here in a bit. But I'm just sort of mapping out where everything is going to go. Let's see. Do that there. Kind of figuring out where I want our clouds to be, all that good stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of a glow on the sun, so we want to make sure that we allow for that. Okay. Going to fill in our blue here. So I'm just going real light. I'm holding it pretty far back. Like I said, we're just kind of mapping out where everything is going to go. Then we can kind of figure out our shadows and such. Sarah's combination charts? I do not, no. And to be perfectly honest, like it works great for those that struggle to choose colors. But a lot of times when I plan my colors, like I'll plan, like I knew I wanted the horse to be pink, but what I'll do is the rest of my page, I'll plan based around what I started with. So I don't always choose like a color palette beforehand. However, her color catalog is amazing. So if you struggle with choosing colors or, you know, palettes or themes or whatever, it's super handy. She actually reshared a color theory kind of little episode that she did on YouTube that was real good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start adding in a little bit of extra blue, but let's grab, for our darker blue, let's actually get Robin's egg blue, or Robin egg blue, not Robin's egg blue, Robin egg blue, which is number 44. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna start getting a little bit darker, so you're gonna start to see a bit more of this color. Now, the base is probably actually still going to be kind of light. Our bluest color is probably going to be up at the top. So let's actually start up there. And if you go a little bit heavier at the bottom, it's okay. We can always go back over with a white Prismacolor, which is what we're probably going to do to kind of smooth it out and get it a little bit lighter at the base. Okay, so we're using that Robin Egg Blue and kind of going over where we already mapped up that blue color. Okay. So just laying all this in. Started Paige in Worlds of Wonder and then saw Chris Chang's thumbnail of hers and I felt so inadequate. Aww. But you have to understand, like Chris Chang, she literally colors every day. I don't know, she's got, like, she may even have like some training. Like you have to not allow yourself, I know it's hard because I even do it sometimes, but you have to not compare yourself to others. I saw a post today that it was something along the lines of comparing art to a sport. You know, in art, there is no number one winner. There is no best artist. Everybody is so different and has their own technique that it's more about the journey than it is, you know, getting to that point thinking someday I'll say I'm the best artist, because that's never going to be there. It's about learning and exploring and finding your style and what works for you. Welcome back, Tyrlyn. The fun and relaxation you get from coloring comes first for me. The techniques and such comes in time. Exactly. I pick up stuff from watching streams. And even I, like, a lot of times I'll watch like one of Sammy's streams and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then like, I'll go try and do whatever it was that she was trying to do that day. So really it's just, you know, learning, absorbing, all that kind of good stuff. That is true, Barb. That is very true. It's definitely like, kind of like when I went gluten-free. Now, granted, my incentive for going gluten-free was to be pain-free because gluten causes headaches for me. So I had a little bit of an incentive. But when you make a change in your diet or you make any kind of lifestyle change, whether it is working out or, you know, making sure that you set that cleaning schedule and you stick to it, you have to change your frame of mind in a sense. Like for me, when I changed my diet, like gluten wasn't an option for me. So I didn't even enter that in my mind when it came to doing that. So it has to do with retraining your brain to allow for you to make mistakes when you're creating and not be too hard on yourself. I mean, it is beyond true that we are our own worst critics. I even have a hard time with myself. So for instance, I'm going to be teaching a local art class here, just where I live at, and a lot of the art classes that are held at this place are kind of like a paint and sip style, where the students come and they create a piece of artwork and they leave with a finished piece of artwork. And they asked if I wanted to teach a class, and I was like, okay, sure. Still not quite sure what I was going to be doing yet. I knew I wanted to do something on color theory, but I was really hung up on the idea. Right? Chris Chang is gold. She's amazing. I was really hung up on the idea that it had to be a paint and sip style class, like I said, where they come, they create a piece, and they leave. But the fact of the matter is, that is not how I work. I like, and anything that I've ever done, like markers, maybe alcohol markers is something that I can do quickly. But I mean, this class is only 2 hours long, and I've got to try and teach, you know, like 15 other people how to do something. And so I was struggling so hard. Like yesterday was kind of the deadline to get all of the information in for the class that I needed to do, you know, the samples, the class description, all of that stuff. And I was just finding that I was getting so frustrated. I was working like all day on it, and I had restarted the project multiple times, like trying to figure out, because I had to test run it to make sure that it was something viable that we could get done in 2 hours. And I just restarted it multiple times because trying to create a finished piece in 2 hours is just not how I work. And it was like I was forcing myself to do this kind of project that I don't know, I'm not comfortable in doing, and that I don't have the confidence to do it. And if I'm going to teach something, I need to have confidence in doing it. And so Steve and I talked about it, and I showed him, you know, the things that I started, and I just explained to him that, you know, I was ready to just pull out of the whole thing because I was feeling so frustrated because I set these expectations for myself. So part of it is understanding your boundaries, understanding what your limitations are, and being okay with that. So by the end of it, I sent in what I had, and I said, all right, look, I want to make sure that, you know, we're on the same page here. Like, does it have to be a paint and sip like style class, or can I go in to just mostly, you know, help impart knowledge, you know, give a foundational knowledge of what color theory is and how they can apply that to their artwork? And they actually ended up loving the idea. And so part of it was I was needing to advocate for myself and set what my boundaries are. And at this stage in, you know, where I'm wanting my art to grow, you know, it's not absolutely necessary that I teach the class. And so if I'm going to teach it, I want to teach something that A, I enjoy, but B, I also feel confident in imparting my knowledge. And that is what it is. I cannot force myself to be one of those art teachers that, you know, can just bust out, you know, with a whole piece in 2 hours. Like if it was a course, like in college, like color theory could last weeks on end, like the amount that you could dive into it. And so what the class is going to end up being, like I said, is a foundational knowledge of color theory. It's going to be a little bit more in depth than what I'll do like here in the future, but because it's going to be all, you know, hands-on and everything. But it was just recognizing my limitations and being okay with those limitations and voicing how I felt so that I didn't feel that I got trapped into a task that I didn't think that I could adequately do. So it's kind of just, oh, my glasses hit the camera. Just recognizing in yourself what your abilities are and being okay with that. Not trying to push yourself to the point where you're miserable doing what it is, what you're doing, you know? That's why I'm saying, Emily helped me loads. Oh, I'm so glad, Lucy. Yeah, none of us will color like us. Chris colors like Chris, and you will color like you. Compare your first coloring to how you do now. Oh, exactly. Oh, my first coloring, my first one was a dragonfly. Like, I can see now looking back, like how I've learned and how things have changed. But, like, actually, let me see if I've got it. Because my first book was Enchanted Forest. I got it in 2015. And I remember after I got it, I was talking to Steve, and I was just like, you know, I sure wish I could see how other people were coloring theirs just to get an idea of, you know, how far off am I? Okay, so here we go. This was my first book here. And I've got a number, and you can just see how different some of my drawings are. Like, I can look at my drawings and be like, oh, well, I would do that differently now. But this was my first. The only kind of gradient slash shading sort of that I did was here. But here, let's get this in focus here. There we go. You can see it's all flat color. My color choices are just way off, but this was the very first one that I did. And then if you go back, and post or finish, there's so much positive feedback. Oh, right? This community is amazing for that. like this one for here. I remember that when I posted this one in the Facebook group I was in at the time, everybody loved these mushrooms. And this what really kind of got me started on wondering about the different color schemes. But you can see down here, I used Prismacolors for this. I just did flat color all on this trunk. Like there's so much that I have changed now. And it just, honestly, it just came with practice and time. This one, I started branching out a little bit more, playing with gel pens and whatever else. Let's see. This one, see, I remember being significantly proud of this one, but now looking closer, there's so much more that I could change. Like the blends between the sky, if you look here, there is no, it just goes from cream to yellow. I did not blend these two colors in like at all. Hi, Allie. Oh, thanks, Barb. I didn't blend these two colors in at all, and I have definitely learned more since then. Get that in focus a little bit. But, so I mean, just the little bit that I've changed. Like I said, this was my first, see if I've got any more in here. I know I have a few. This one wasn't bad. I like this one. I started getting a bit more adventurous with my color blends and such. Get that in focus there. Thanks, Deb. This one, another double page spread. But I mean, this was all done back in 2015. This is when I first started experimenting with pastels. So I did like a very light kind of cloudy background. On some days, I'm super good at putting myself down. The next day I might feel different again. Oh, Barb, we all have those days. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Last week, you know, everybody has those days where our brain is just not kind to us. And I had one of those last week. So you're not alone. Everybody, oh, Dee, everybody has those days. It's just, you know, they come and they go. This one was another one of the early first ones where I started getting a little bit closer in my color choices. So like the reds and the greens that go well together. Yeah, we're all absolutely like that. You could pick the most successful, most famous person in the world. You know, take Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, who is probably hands down one of the most successful women entrepreneurs out there. You know, she probably even has those days. Although I think I recently, somebody, we're back to Robin Egg Blue. She had posted an article about how she staves off like depression and stuff and like all this other kind of things. And somebody's just like, yeah, I know how to stave it off. Just have, you know, like billions of dollars. Then I'm gonna be in a great mood. But the point is even the people that are the most successful have doubt, have bad days. Like it all happens. Exactly, Ruthie, exactly. Whenever I get frustrated with my coloring, I try to step back and remember why I color, because it's fun and relaxing, so I shouldn't stress about it. Exactly. Like people that I've tried to get into coloring before, like even my own sister, she's just like, you know, choosing the colors stresses me out, like all this other kind of stuff. And it's just like, if you want to do it for relaxation, don't compare yourself to anybody else at all. Literally just grab a pencil and just fill in the space. Don't even think about it. If you want to do it for relaxation, don't be concerned about trying to find the, the blends or anything else. Just fill in the spaces. Hi, Renee. Oh, sounds good, Renee. I was showing everybody your pencil case. But yeah, so don't think that you're alone in that at all. Like I think there's a website called, I'm sure a lot of you maybe have heard of it because it's been around for ages, but it's called postsecret.com. And what it is people send in their secrets anonymously and then he posts them. But one of the common factors with that is you hear all the time somebody who has found somebody who was struggling with the same problem, and all of a sudden they no longer feel so alone because they realize that other people are struggling with the same thing. And the fact of the matter is that there are what, over 6 billion people on Earth? Probably more than that now. I don't recall what it is. But there is a very good chance that there is somebody else in this world that is having the exact same issue. And honestly, the way that society is now, we are much more open about, you know, mental health and all of that, which is so fantastic because we feel like we can talk that and we can get the support that we need. You know, it's still, you know, there's still some instances where maybe you may not feel comfortable talking about it because, you know, mental health back then, you know, you have anxiety or depression and people like, you know, you assumed that people would think that you're crazy or whatever else, but it's so not the case because any kind of like anxiety or whatever else, like, everyone struggles with it, you know, whether or not somebody admits it. That, you know, that feeling when you get an email and you realize that you should have responded to that email last week and all of a sudden you didn't, and this person on the other end is upset, that's going to incite anxiety in anyone. Hi, Ashley. That's why I love Johanna's wallpaper pages, just picking a scheme and just laying down color. Exactly. It's kind of that way with like mandalas too. But if you're going through something and you're struggling, just know that you are not alone in any of that. And a lot of people are probably struggling with that. I mean, I know I don't talk about it a ton, but I mean, anxiety and I are pretty close. I wouldn't say friends. We're pretty close acquaintances because I don't want to call anxiety a friend. But, you know, we all have our struggles and it's about kind of managing and figuring out how to deal with it. And I think a lot of us are probably, you know, to say that the pandemic hasn't affected me would be a complete and total lie. Like the pandemic has most definitely affected me, but I can guarantee you there's probably a large population of people that, you know, the stress of a massive world pandemic, like that's gonna cause a lot of stress for anybody. The funny thing is so most of you know I'm going through SG1 and I'm in season 9, and there was an episode where the villains of this particular season started a plague on Earth. Well, the plague began to travel and other people got it and everything, and then there was, you know, a worldwide pandemic and borders started to shut down. But the funny thing is like when that was all happening, probably if I had watched that episode, it might have stressed me out like a little bit more, like if we didn't have a pandemic. But I'm just like, yeah, that's all happened. That's actually going on right now. This episode isn't all that stressful for me. Adorable Mickey Mouse at 2 times speed. That's awesome. That's hilarious. But yeah, this whole episode was just like, oh, it's this pandemic. It's made it to Utah. We're shutting down the state borders. Oh, it's made it to Mexico and Canada. It's in France. And I'm just like, wait, haven't we played this? Oh, I love Firefly, Julie. I was so sad that it got canceled. The movie kind of made up for it, but not entirely. No, I absolutely love Firefly. It's so good. All right, let's grab cream and start adding in a little bit of glow outside of this sun. Right? Ooh, and I just saw, let's see. So yeah, we're gonna use the cream. I just saw that Arteza has those super glitter gel pens back in stock. They didn't have them for a while. I'm gonna see if I can get some of those. But those, Johanna tried them and man, were they glittery. Glittery. Oh my gosh. Can I get exclamation point words in chat? Because words are hard. Even the past 10 years before I was diagnosed with OCD, right after I was diagnosed with OCD, and now, the why people react is very different when they hear the word OCD. Oh, absolutely. Like, I am glad that we live in the time that we do in that sense, because it's not so taboo as it used to be. You know what I mean? Yeah, words are so hard. So hard. Okay, let's see. Welcome back, Steve.
Hello.
All right, let's get some other yellows and work on this sun a little bit more. Then we'll add some more of the blue and we'll kind of start to blend things together. We definitely want to get some more blue up top here and then redefine the clouds a little bit as well. So let's grab sunflower yellow, which is number 16. 16. Okay, I'm gonna give it a quick sharpen. Yeah, exclamation point Steve. All right. He is the super de-duper fantabulous most handsomest hubby in the whole wide world. Absolutely. All right, so we're just adding a little bit. You know what would be nice? You know what would be really nice is if I was in frame so you could actually see what I was doing. For me, it was always depression triggered by stress, and right now I got so much stress that I can't quite get rid of myself. I'm still holding up good right now despite everything. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Barb. I feel you. It's just there's a lot going on right now, and then you add that the normal daily stressors of life, and yeah, it's bound to happen for sure. Which is why there is nothing wrong with going to your doctor and, you know, getting extra help if you need help, you know, whatever form it's in. That is what they are there for. All right, so we're just adding a bit more of this sunflower yellow. Darken the edge just a little bit. I'm really excited to see this kind of comparison day versus night, you know? All right. And we're gonna use our, let's see, do we want sapphire yellow or lemon yellow? Let's use sapphire yellow. Right, Emily? Me too, me too. They've been out of stock for a while. It's been a few months. So we're using this sapphire yellow. I want to make sure that there's a difference between the darkest and the lightest yellow. So I think we want to grab one more darker yellow. Let's grab, ooh, Tuscan Sun. There we go, that's perfect. Tuscan Sun. Okay. Gonna go around the edge here. I know technically the sun would probably be more bright, but you know what? Yellow is such a happy color. We're gonna add this in here. Go. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and grab the, because now we want to start blending into this. Let's do the sapphire yellow again. Exactly, Kenny, exactly. Someday we'll all look back on 2020, 2021, and 2022 and laugh, right? Someday. Someday. All right, sapphire yellow. But today is not that day. Okay. I'm pressing a little bit harder here. But that's one of the great things about this. One of the things I love, like I'm very much an extrovert, in case you guys hadn't noticed. But that's one of this whole pandemic situation, I told Steve, has turned me into an extroverted introvert. Like I much prefer these live streams where I'm all with you because everybody can be in their house. We don't have to worry about, you know, staying 6 feet from everyone. We can just kind of hang out and relax. And not only that, but we're doing things we enjoy, you know? That's good, Barb. I'm glad. Using cream right now, by the way. Realize that should be in there. We'll add a little bit of blue there. A little bit more yellow here. And we're going to be using a white to kind of blend this all together and kind of smooth it out a little bit. 2020 through 2022 are going to be their own college history class, right? What do you think, Steve? When are they going to add the 2020 year to the curriculum? 2040. What?
2040.
2040? All right. All right, let's get our blue. We're going to add a little bit more blue, and then we're going to kind of blend this all through with white to kind of balance it, and then we'll probably add a bit more blue on top of that. So let's grab now, let's see, which one do we want? Let's get sapphire blue. Okay, and we're gonna make this just a little bit darker, and then we'll kind of blend things through. Because once we add the white on top of this is gonna brighten the blue, or lighten the blue, sorry. And then I swear I'll get caught up for next time. I said I was just working on that class stuff yesterday, and the day was just gone before I knew it. I'm an introvert, and it's gotten worse. Oh no, Lizzie. No, because I definitely feel like energized after I'm with all of you, but like Steve and I and the kids, we had to go run some errands, and for the first time in like a year, we all went to Hobby Lobby together because I had to get some more stuff for some of my shipping stuff. And I went in there, and normally, you know, in the past, if I go to Hobby Lobby, like, I really enjoy going up and down the aisles, taking a look at the crafts, probably spending money I probably shouldn't be spending, you know, but I like got the stuff, and my instinct was to go browse around and look, but I just looked at Steve and I was just like, I can't be in here anymore. Like, I need to go. Like, I can feel my chest tightening. I'm like, there's too many people in here. We need to go. What did I see? Oh, hi, Joanna. You're good. I have never enjoyed Hobby Lobby less. So to say that a crafter and a colorist and a person who loves any kind of art project didn't enjoy being in Hobby Lobby, that's saying something. Hi, Catherine. I look forward to the day I can spend money needlessly in Hobby Lobby again. Right, Steve?
Yay.
I don't mind people, but I get people out due to working in retail. That's why I like internet friends. Ah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I've done my fair share of retail, but I like that I can work from home, and Steve still works from home part-time. And the art fair from my local craft store, last one was October 2019. They still have some of them here, and they are outdoor, but I haven't wanted to go to any of them, to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm like, I'm good. Thanks, though. I will say I do miss, they had a local, like, not a farmer's market, just like a local market where people who like have handmade goods and whatnot, you know, whether it's, you know, food, clothes. We had one stand that sold local honey. Like, they do still have some of that, but there's just so many people there. I just can't fathom going there right now. Chatty introvert. I class myself as an introverted extrovert, but many times prefer being an introverted introvert. There you go. I went the other day with long-suffering hubby, almost had a full-on anxiety attack. It's not fun, Ray. It's really not. Like, I'm trying to enjoy myself. Like, next weekend, we'll be taking the kids to PetSmart to pick out their hamster. But PetSmart was actually pretty nice. The store is pretty big. And, oh, and for the person that suggested it, I did look it up. There are no rescue places for hamsters here. I checked all of the local shelters, and the only small animals that they had available were guinea pigs. And we do not want guinea pigs. They're too big. So we're going to get a hamster. And, yeah. So I did check. I made the effort to try and find a hamster rescue, but we do not have one here. All right, so I think we're gonna wait now, and we'll add more blue in a little bit. See, Evelyn, I'm using it. Look, Renee. Look, see, I'm putting all my pencils in here. It's so clever. It really is. It's so clever.
It was so clever.
I did that too. Somebody else likes Kipper. Yes, so Joanna, that's the thing. Is so we went last weekend, and we were at the pet store, and we were looking at cages, and I looked up all the reviews for the cages that they had in the store. But that was the thing. It's like everybody was saying, oh, the hamster got loose on the first day, yada yada. So I actually have done my research, found a really good cage online. So we're getting it all ahead of time, getting all the stuff. But yes, I have done hardcore research because I've had hamsters before, but this is the first time that the kids, it'll be their hamster, and I do not want to deal with the meltdown of hamster death with the cats. So yes, hamster safety and making sure he won't escape, that has been #1 priority. You know, I've explained to him that they probably only live about, 5 years or so. So, they need to go into that knowing it. But if I can avoid any hamster death due to cat, that is the ultimate plan. Coffee cup has a hole in it. What I miss? Let's see. It is, Lucy. It absolutely is. It's perfectly fine for you to get an animal from a pet store. They need rescue too. That's true. That's true. Hobbycraft and managed to enjoy picking out my stuff. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, so I do have the tips down. I have the tips up on the ones that I'm actively using. So when I, here, we'll do full screen here. When I put them away, I'm going to put them tips down because I don't want to stab myself. But for the ones that I'm actively using for this particular section, I have them tips up so I can quickly tell the difference. I don't have to read the sides. Assigned a rescuer of animals. That is true. Yes, Shannon has, yeah, she's an expert at that. Beauty of online discourse. If you don't feel it anymore, you can just go offline because something IRL came up. Exactly. That works, Renee. Hamster safety, good term. That's exactly what it is. Of hiding behind the fridge. I could bribe him out with raisins. Hi, Sinette. Hamster lifespan is 2 to 4 years. Ah, okay, all right, that makes sense. Honestly, last hamster I had, it was right before little Emily was born. And then it passed away shortly afterwards, and I had a newborn, so I was not inclined to get a new one. But the kids have been asking for a hamster for a good long while, and we're like, all right, I guess we can go ahead and do it. But I mentioned on last stream, little Emily, she set aside a Pringle container, and so I was like, all right, well, we can keep it for the hamster. You know, we've already got like things, you know, obviously paper towel tubes for them to crawl in, but she really wants to set up like a hamster maze. So she set aside the Pringle tube, and I was like, only if I can clean it because we're not pre-seasoning this hamster for the cats here. Turn your phones off silent mode, and I'm just now talking to anyone for hours or days. Oh, right, Barb? I've totally done that. Just completely turn off my phone and just put everything on silent. Auto reject all the calls. I am right there with you. I do that sometimes too. Steve's the only one I let call me. Sometimes you just need to unplug, like absolutely. Oh gosh, Joanna. Yeah, Nixie, actually. So there's a bunch of them, and I have like a bunch of links for everyone. But if you want to, type in !Discord, join our Discord, and there is an entire, words are hard, ! Words. There is an entire channel with a bunch of different streamers and all of the streamer schedule. One of our wonderful community members, Angie, worked real hard and put together a viable schedule that shows everyone is. As far as who is currently in chat, Shannon, ! Lurky, she has a channel. Renee, ! Renee has a channel. Joanna, I think I have a command for you. If not, I should, but Color and Chat with Joanna, she has a channel. Let's see, who else is in here that has a channel? Hang on. How about if you're in here and you have a channel, throw up like 3 hearts. Throw up 3 hearts, 3 emojis, 3 Paul emojis, whatever you want to throw up, and then you can let everybody know. Not whatever you want to throw up. Oh my gosh, that sounded bad. Whatever you want to put in chat. Heck, you could put up the throw up emojis. No, actually don't. Well, you could put throw up emojis, I suppose. I'm gonna stop saying throw up. That'd probably be good. But yeah, throw some emojis in chat. Oh my goodness. But coming up also in Discord, if you look in the events channel, we have a Harry Potter-a-thon, and there are going to be loads of colorists joined in that one as well. The colorathons and streamathons are such a good way to find new streamers and everything. And I got a bunch of new names for, or a handful of new names of people that aren't usually in them. So that is true, Shannon. That is true. It's gonna be so much fun, Joanna. Oh no, Catherine. Oh gosh. But the pencil holder link for Renee is broken. It should be her Instagram and oh wait. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Go back. Oh crud, did I? Hang on, I messed up my chat real quick. Hang on 1 second. Okay, well, I got rid of my chat on screen accidentally. Can I put it back? Cred. Well, I got my chat on my phone. I can watch that. I'm just not entirely sure what I did get rid of chat. Hang on 1 second. Docs, stats, no, that's not what I want. Dang. Okay, I'll have to pull back, figure out how to put chat back after that. But I've got chat on my phone, so I'll look at that. What pencils are you using for the Harry Potter colorathon, or don't know? Oh, I haven't got a clue yet. The new Harry Potter book that I ordered should be here on the today, actually. So I'm gonna take a look at those pages. Sounds good, Barb. No, so Stephanie, it's actually really cool. It's going to be a Harry Potter-a-thon, so it's not just coloring. So, you know, there's loads of options. There's a bunch of Harry Potter books. There's stuff on Etsy that you can color, but also it's going to be a Harry Potter-a-thon in the sense that it's not just going to be coloring. It's going to be other activities as well. So we've got somebody that's going to be doing polymer clay. I think somebody else is doing crochet or no, cross stitching. I think it's cross stitching. We've got diamond painting. For one of the, I'm filling in a few straggler hours that were loose. I'm going to be putting together Legos. I'm going to be filming a video of doing like a Harry Potter cake. Like there's so much stuff that's going to be going on. So it's not just coloring. And when the streamers who are participating like shares their schedule, you'll be able to see some of the ones that they're coloring. I think Tammy said she's going to be coloring Luna. I'm leaning towards, I saw Renee did a flip through of the book that's arriving today, and I'm leaning towards coloring Snape. So, ooh, fancy. Yeah, coloring Wizardry. Yeah, that's the one that I got. So yeah, it's really gonna be what, sorry, Lego, sorry. Sorry, Joe. I'm going to be putting together Lego elements. Lego elements, Joe. I fixed it. I'm going to be putting together the plastic bricks that interlink, that are colorful and make many different shapes. Sorry, Joe. But yeah, so it's just gonna be, it's gonna be everything. So it's gonna be awesome. So I mean, we've got cooking, we've got clay, we've got string, we've got plastic Lego bricks, we've got coloring. So it's just like a little bit of everything. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. I cannot wait. I'm trying to decide because I posted the little image that I made on Instagram, but there were still a lot of people that had questions about it. So I'm thinking I might make a short little video that explains it a little bit more. Cause look at the like Lego elements, exactly. Ooh, awesome, Renee. See, there you go. She's gonna color some 3D prints. It's gonna be so much fun. There's so much different stuff. If you go on the Discord, also in events, I have posted the schedule. The schedule will be more readily available once we get closer and I start announcing it more. But for now, it is there if you want to see it, so you can see just how full the schedule is. You make it sound like a PSA or something. I start doing that, get everybody's attention.
Today on aisle 3, we'll be having a sale on Lego elements. These will be Harry Potter themed and Star Wars. You can find many different kinds of Lego element sculptures, but specifically aisle 3 for our friend Joe.
You felt like you're in a train station. It's going to be October 15th through the 17th, so we have some time, but I've started talking about it early because I want to make sure that everybody can get into it. You didn't sound pottery when this first came up. It'll be live central with coloring, I'm sure. Have some hot cocoa to keep calm. Exactly. It'll be so much fun. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. You like that, Catherine? That's good stuff right there. We love you, Joe. It's good stuff. We have a good time here. Am I still in frame? Yes, okay. So the nice thing with this white is it's just kind of smoothing everything out, and then we can define the sky just a little bit more. Sometimes having a mic is fun. But yeah, so for the cooking one, I'm gonna pre-record because it's gonna take a little bit, you know, obviously the baking and the cooling and then the decorating and all of that, but it should be fun. Very BuzzFeed style, you know, where they've got the camera overhead and they like list the ingredients and stuff. Wait, sorry for what, Evelyn? Wait, have I missed something? Scrolling back up. I'm scrolling back up. Did I miss something you said, If? I think I missed something. I don't see your name on there. Okay. Here we go. Get the little brush. Nope, nothing. Okay, good. Wait, are we baking online? Yeah, because so if you look at the schedule, you'll see there's a few empty hours and they're kind of awkward hours. So for a couple of those, I'm trying to have, wait, no one has texted me all morning. Emily started a stream and every person that I work with or calls text me. Oh, gotcha. That's the way it usually works, right? But so we have a few like random hours that need to be filled. So for one of them, I'm going to pre-record me baking like the, you know, the cake that Hagrid brings Harry on his birthday, the happy birthday with the pink frosting and the green lettering. I'm gonna make that cake and then film it. I'm gonna make the cake and then film it and then we'll put it up and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And I'm still gonna like talk through it. It's not just gonna be like silent with no talking at all. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Just as I got up to get food, I noticed the new Chris Chang thumbnail for the finished page. And you know what? I looked at mine and decided it looks good too. Oh, Barb, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm gonna do, there's this recipe. There's this recipe that I have. It's not a gluten-free recipe, but it's not like, oh, thank you. Steve brought me tea. It's not a gluten-free recipe, but I'm sure that Steve and the kids will enjoy eating the cake because I haven't mastered gluten-free cakes yet. And honestly, cake. This cake is too fun and I don't want to mess with the recipe. But it's a cake that rises. It's technically a vegan cake because it doesn't have like eggs or any kind of like dairy products in it. It rises with baking soda and vinegar, actually. I got the unofficial Harry Potter cookie book. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm going to give you guys the recipe. I'm going to give you the recipe and you can make it. This is actually the chocolate cake recipe that my mom used to make for our birthdays all the time. Now, the frosting isn't vegan by any means, but you usually make it with a cream cheese frosting on top. So I think Steve and the kids will enjoy that. But hey, Steve, can you grab me my Legos that are there on that bottom shelf? Oh, sorry. Steve, can you grab me my Lego elements that are on the bottom shelf? Apologize, Joe. Lego elements.
Legos.
No, we're gonna hurt Joe. Lego, Harry Potter, Lego. But this is what I'm gonna be putting together. So it's not super complicated, but look, it's a book. It's adorable. I can put it on my bookshelf. Oh, nice, Ashley. Legos, Allie's logo. But yeah, so it's super cute. Look at all this little stuff. It's not super complicated. You know, it's only like an hour space. So I was thinking we could set the cake video to a premiere and then this one we'll do live. But look, collect them all. Steve, I need to collect all the Lego. There's 4 books, Steve. I need more Lego. Do I have an airbrush? No, I do not. You mean for the cake? No, it'll just be pink frosting with decoration on it. I used to work at a bakery, funnily enough. So even though I have shaky hands, because I'm sure over time some of you noticed that my hands aren't exactly the best at staying still. I notice that sometimes when I do a video without speaking and I'm like showing something, like my hands are shaking it and I'm just like, ah. But I just have to accept that's what my hands do. I can't help it. But yeah, it should be fun. Exactly. See, Joe said I can't just have one. I need all 4 Lego.
Oh.
Joe said it, and Joe's the Lego expert, so we need to listen to Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
And now we need to go order more Lego. Oh no, full set syndrome, right? There's 4 books. Clearly, I need to get the full set and organize them all on the bookshelf. Like, it just makes sense to me. All right, sapphire blue. All right, you're right, Renee. I'm gonna end up hurting myself. I'm gonna flip these. So I put them down. There we go. One more. Mine shake when I teach piano. I just gotta accept it. Exactly. Can you build an owl? Maybe if I have the instructions. No, Joe, don't say sorry. No, we gotta stick to our story, Joe. This is the only way I'm gonna get this full set of Lego out of him. I'm just saying, you can't apologize, Joe. All right, we're gonna use the sapphire blue now. You gotta stay strong, Joe. Nice, Ashley. Wait, dunk a spoon? What? Really think I need to whip you up the dunk a spoon. Definitely a reorder. Nice. That's right, you were talking about those the other day, weren't you? Because truth be told, like, this Lego set has been sitting over on the shelf, and it's like taking every bit of my willpower to not build the Lego set. Like, I want to so bad. Oh, nice, Joanna. Yeah, well, I've got all the cake decorating tips and everything, and if we've learned, that's the great thing about doing Hagrid's cake, is that if the letters are a little squiggly, like, that's how it's supposed to be. Hagrid's cake is a little squiggly. So Joe has suggested that you get online and start adding to cart, Steve. I think he's ignoring me now, Joe. Gluten-free peanut butter, oh my god, they're so good. Dunk a spoon tastes like Dunkaroos. Oh, nice! Show which book you have again. This one is the, which one? Hogwarts Moment Transfiguration class. That's this one here. Surprisingly, it doesn't have Harry in it. I don't know. So there's Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. I'm not quite sure what the other ones are, but this one's supposed to be Transfiguration class. But they're super cute. Well, the books can go on my bookshelf. It's adorable. There we go. Now, if they were Minecraft Legos, I would most definitely have to share them with the kids. So we went through a phase where we got some of the smaller sets of Minecraft Legos, and I legit got one for myself, but then in good conscience, the kids' eyes were like all puppy dog, and I couldn't just build it by myself. They wanted to help. And honestly, what kind of mother would I be if I didn't share my Legos with my small children? Harry's probably off saving the world from Voldemort or something. Yeah, most likely. Exactly, Joanna, exactly. It's super fun. I will say, like, working in the bakery though, like it was a little stressful. It probably wasn't my favorite job, and I've had a lot of different jobs, you know. I worked at a retirement home for a while. I worked grocery store. I worked fast food. I worked as a bartender at one point. Like, I have had a myriad of jobs. And it's been nice being able to stay home and actually do what I enjoy to do. So, like, I went to college for a little while, but I never actually finished. I only got up to my sophomore year. I mean, and this may be unpopular opinion or something, but, like, I have a friend with a master's degree who isn't able to use it right now because she can't find work for it. I honestly, I didn't like college. Like, it's just, I just realized it just was not for me, you know? Oh, potions, charms, and herbology. Okay, that makes more sense. Highly recommend mint chocolate dream almond butter. Tastes exactly like Girl Scout Thin Mints. Ooh, Steve would probably like that. He loves those Girl Scout Thin Mints. I will say, though, it's nice having little Emily in Girl Scouts because we get access to the cookies. This will be the first year that I'll need to get the gluten-free ones. Those peanut butter patties, man. Whew. If they made those peanut butter patties gluten-free, I'd be all over them. I will say, though, I am super glad that Oreo made their Oreos gluten-free. That makes me a much happier camper. Okay, let's see. How am I feeling about that sky? Not too shabby. Let's work a little bit on the clouds. Yeah? Let's put our blue one with our blue pencil. See, this is great. Like, I didn't do it with some of the earlier ones, but the ones that I'm currently using, switch it to full here. I can organize each of these slots by color as I'm using them, and then just turn down the correct one that I need to use. It's so handy. Renee, this is such a cool little thing. Evelyn, thank you. I love it so much. My chocolate seeds, everybody talk. We call them after 8 Thin Mints here the same thing. I think they are. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's just basically a chocolate cookie with chocolate on the outside, and then they taste minty. You know what I really like as far as chocolate mints are concerned? Like those Andes mints. I like those. All right, Periwinkle Blue. You get them a lot, like if you go to Olive Garden, but you can also like buy them separately at Christmas time. All right, let's go ahead, zoom on in just a bit, lighten this up. There we go. All right, let's see. So Periwinkle Blue, okay. Going to add some of this here. We're actually going to add a bit of a shadow underneath the cloud here. We're not just gonna leave it just straight white. Sounds good, Lucy. Thanks for being here. It's always so nice to mix it up and do a daytime stream. Some of the Mitsubishi Unicolor pencil case, very clever. I need that one in my life. Nixie, if you exclamation point Renee, or Renee here in chat, the My Coloring Corner with Renee, her husband 3D prints them. They're very cool. So back, but only for a bit. I'm eating, I'm lying down as my package arrived. Awesome, Barb. Those are a mint cream surrounded in chocolate. Thin Mints have a cookie. Ah, okay, yeah, there's a difference. My mom works for Girl Scouts and used to be in charge of product and development in Fort Worth, aka cookies. For the past 3 years, she's worked under the head of for volunteer development in Fort Worth. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely enjoy having access to the Girl Scout cookies. You know, because of the pandemic and everything, they switched to like online sales and stuff, and she actually did surprisingly well with her online sales. All right, we're gonna press a little bit darker here. I don't think we have the cookies here in Germany, but I love After 8. Yeah, that kind of just chocolatey minty thing. It's great. Why do they call it After 8 though? I'm curious.
It also helps that I'm the only dealer in my office.
Yes, yeah. Steve is the only Girl Scout dealer connection in his office. So they definitely all take advantage of that. Let's add a little bit of yellow on top of the cloud. Let's grab our sapphire yellow. Are we still in frame? Yes, although we could lighten this a little bit, I think. There we go. And let's add just a tiny bit of pink. Let's grab our pink macaron. Oh my gosh, Evelyn! Evelyn, you are a wonderful human being. You are so sweet. You didn't have to do that. Steve, Evelyn ordered the other Lego books. Evelyn, you are amazing. Can we get some hypes in chat for Evelyn? Oh my goodness. Exclamation point hype. Oh, that says hi-oh. Hi-oh. Exclamation point hype. Or those handy dandy emotes. Throw in some of those. Thank you, Evelyn. You're amazing. Sweet, sweet woman. Wait, did you go to school? I went to CIA. How fun to meet a fellow survivor. Wait, you went to see the CIA? Joanna, are you in the CIA? Wait a minute. I think I missed something here. Let's also grab sapphire blue. Well, yes, all you other folks are amazing too, of course. That's a given, Shannon. It's like when I tell my kids, you know, like I'll compliment one of the kids on doing something, and usually the youngest one gets sad because he didn't get complimented. But I explained to him that just because I compliment one person doesn't make the other person any less special. Ooh, Yeah. I'm glad you passed. I would have felt really bad for that one. No, school. I wasn't a chef. I actually worked. I was the line cook. Oh, Culinary Institute of America. Okay, that makes more sense. Otherwise, Joanna, I was going to have to say there was a whole other side of your life I need to hear about. Oh, you'd be surprised, Shannon. Some of those Lego sets. Joe, what is the most expensive Lego set you have seen or heard of? I know there's like this massive like Hogwarts one that somebody built, but I don't recall what the cost was that in the end. The delicious CIA, exactly. Let's see. We're gonna grab Periwinkle Blue. There we go. Get a little bit darker on the bottom of that cloud there. If you really wanted to, you could always add a little bit of gray, but I'm going for full color here. There we go. Grab our white. Cinnamon Toffee Crunch and the mint Chocolate Dream. Nice. Is it broken? Did I do it wrong? Hang on. Yeah, because Joe was saying that earlier. Let me check real quick. Let's see. For Renee. Hang on. I want to make sure, see what I did wrong real quick. Oop, there it is. She is on page 11.
You have been betrayed.
Oh, Paul! He's cheating on me. Oh, I see why. Because I didn't have a space. Here, let's try that. I forgot to put a space between part of it and the other, so it like connected it all as one thing. Hang on, I want to make sure this is right for anybody watching back too. Okay, let me save it. Okay, that should, yes, perfect. Okay, it should work now. Try it again. Try exclamation, blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. Exclamation point Renee, and that should work now. Oh, you have it. Oh my gosh, how long did it take you to put together, Joe? Yeah, words are hard. Yeah, I think because I tried to put an enter so that I would have like the YouTube part on a new line. I think that was the problem. Yeah, words are so hard. We're also gonna do a bit of a white outline or some white highlights on this cloud as well, but I wanna do the other clouds first. There we go, that should work now. Oh, awesome, Nixie. 20 hours. That is impressive. I guess it's like jigsaw puzzles, really. Okay, so we're using the Periwinkle Blue. It's gonna be nice having this background down because it's really just gonna help you visualize the difference between the night and day unicorns. And like I said, I will actually catch up on the mane and those little lily pad flowers as well. Sleep Battle Brain started to wonder if a line cook is like the line dancer and there's someone yelling out recipes while the cook hurries to fetch the ingredients. It could be. It works now. Okay. No, you're fine, Nixie. No, this is good. Like I'd prefer to know so I can get it fixed. If you're around long enough, you'll know that I love tangents. Like even like if somebody asks me like a question or whatever else, I love tangents. Like I have no problem going off. Lego impaired. Oh no. She's meowing at you. All three of the cats are in here right now. It's hilarious. All right, let's see. So we're using the pink macaron. Then we're gonna blend it with the white. Amazon has the Death Star for $1,400? Oh my gosh. Steve, you ready to put together a Death Star?
What?
Never mind, he's got headphones in chat.
Sorry, I'm doing really exciting work right now.
Yeah, are you?
I'm watching an IRS presentation about how to file for a nonprofit 501c3 exemption.
I think I'd rather be coloring. Have fun with that, Steve. Steve and I have very different kinds of jobs.
Yeah.
Dad has the nip, right? Dad does have the nip. Actually, the nip container is sitting on the floor here. I don't know if you guys can see Paul. There he is. They knocked it over. And it's right there. It's completely sealed. Honestly, they're just upset that they can't get to it. Ooh, I almost put my elbow in the tea. But yeah. It's that container right there. They've knocked it over and they're upset that they can't get into it. And I'm lazy and I put my book there. Ooh, and I'm wearing my Johanna shirt today. See, it's got the little hummingbirds from Secret Garden. It's very cool. I like it. Yeah, see, he's just rubbing on that. He's like, where's my nip, man? I need my nip. Allie! You know what Allie said? Steve.
What?
Allie said, Steve, I literally fell asleep during that sentence.
Well, imagine trying to watch a 40-minute video on it.
Right? Barbara! Hi, Barbara! Barbara, did you get my message? Hey, Steve, I spilled just a little bit of my tea. Could you grab me a paper towel? Or just any kind of something? Steve?
Yes.
Do you mind grabbing me like a paper towel or something? On my elbow bumped the tea and I spilled it on the desk. Just anything to absorb it. Let's see. It's full circle to the Girl Scout convention. There you go. Evelyn Tingle. Steve is talking my language. I love it. Oh, awesome. Good, good, good. Is it weird that I had fun wrapping it, Barbara? I even specifically saved like some of those, you know those like little air pouches that Amazon sends when you get a package? I specifically saved some of those for the for the pencils. Evelyn said, Tingle, Steve, you're talking my language. Likes the numbers.
Ask her if she wants to do it.
Hey, Ev, you want to do the IRS stuff for Steve?
You want to fill out an IRS form for me? I need to fill out a form 1023.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I fell asleep. No, I'm kidding. Love you, Steve. I'll let you concentrate on your IRS video.
Thank you.
When the original Lego Millennium Falcon retired, the price shot up to $5,000 to $6,000 in the US. Oh my gosh. You know, I was telling, Steve and I were talking about that the other day. When it comes to Star Wars, like, first of all, how amazing would it have been to see Star Wars in the theater when it came out? Like, minds were obviously blown by that. But here's the other crazy thing, is that the popularity of, and this is, so the three colors I'm using on the clouds are periwinkle blue, sapphire yellow, and pink macaron. The popularity of Star Wars in itself, it's amazing because, you know, they had the movie, which in itself at the time, obviously people were going to see it over and over at the theaters because VHS wasn't a thing at the time. But the fact that one movie sparked not only equally good sequels, but entire books and like an entire franchise from one movie, because the movie came before any of the books did. So the fact that it grew so much from a movie that came out in the 70s and it is still so popular and relevant today, like, that's amazing. But you know what it was, is that when that movie came out, there was nothing else like it. Like, sure, you know, Star Trek was a thing, but it wasn't to the same degree that Star Wars was. It was sci-fi, but it was a whole other different kind of sci-fi. Deb, did you really? Oh, tell me what it was like. You did it too, Evelyn? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you did? It was mind-blowing as a sci-fi addict at 16 years old. Oh my gosh. Like, if somebody said, all right, Emily, you can go back in time and do one small thing. Like, you don't get to go change anything in your life. You don't get to see any big, like, major, like, historic, you know, events in the, you know, chance that you could accidentally change something. But if you could do something small, honestly, I would choose to go back in time with the mind frame of having grown up in the 60s and the 70s and go and see Star Wars in the theater. Like, I was looking for articles the other day because I was curious about it, but I mean, what was it like? Like, how did the audience react when, like, I guess the iconic scene in the very opening scene where you see, like, the little spaceship fly through and then the giant, what's the triangle-shaped starships called, Steve? What's the triangle-shaped Imperial starships called?
Sure.
So, okay, well, that's easy enough. When the Star Destroyers came through, you know? That opening roll with...
There's a couple classes. There's Victory class, there's Imperial.
All right, now he's getting into it.
There's Interdictor class, there's...
I'm just talking about the opening scene in the first movie. That opening roll with the 2 ships was just jaw-dropping. We'd never seen anything like it. My grandparents took me while I was staying with them that summer. I saw Jedi during its original run, as did my hubs. I think he was Empire 2 in first run. I saw it in theater also when it first came out. I got to see all 3 of the originals on opening weekend. Star Wars was historic. Star Destroyer. Thanks, Catherine. Shannon, Jar Jar Binks!
Leia's ship was a Corellian Corvette, and it was called the Tantive 4.
Steve really likes Star Wars, guys. See, that must have been something to see that first movie. Like, obviously, you know, we have That 70s Show, and they did like an entire episode when it came out, but that must have been just, I'm using Sapphire Blue. That must have been such an experience to go and see that and not have really seen any special effects like that, like ever. You were only 12, okay? But I mean, it must have just been, oh gosh, I mean, because like I've gone to see, like I did a lot of the Harry Potter opening ones, the full on, you know, like dress up, but to just be there and be blown away by something that was just so new, like that experience must have just been. Brian got to see it. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Titanic. Of course, since my aunt and uncle from Canada would come every year and we would go to the theater to see Star Wars for each release. See, that's awesome. You also got to see Star Trek movie and premiere private showing. Oh, Ev, that's so cool. Just as I saw it 4 times on opening day, I was in theater for like 12 hours. Joe, that's amazing. My husband knows all the lines in his ringtone with the coolest, scruffy looking nerf herder. I love it. Another good original movie in theaters, Planet of the Apes at the time. Oh, yeah, that would be good. You blew it up. Get your filthy hands off me, you YouTube-friendly dirty ape.
Darn.
Yeah, you darn dirty ape. There you go. Oh, gosh. Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, Catherine. We got Jar Jar murder in chat. Ah! The only cool cinematic experience I truly remember was Terminator 2. Back then, I was blown away by the twist that is now public knowledge. It's been a long time since I've seen Terminator. I remember seeing the first Star Trek movie in theater. Oh, see, that's awesome. Probably my most memorable theater time as far as like a movie that blew me away was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Watching it in the theater during the scene, sorry, I realized I stopped coloring. During the scene, Snape scene at the end, like there was not a dry eye in the theater. Like, oh, everybody was just feeling the feels, man. Like Steve's not super into Harry Potter, so I actually went with a friend of ours who also really enjoyed Harry Potter, and like he was a guy, and even he was just like, oh man, like that was an intense scene. Like it was amazing. President of the local Trekkie club, I love it. Yes, Pasca time. Mind-blowing Star Wars, but still amazing, right? Avatar in theater in 3D was amazing. Did we? I can't remember if I saw Avatar in theater. I'm trying to think. What have I seen in 3D? I might have seen Avatar. Steve, did we go to see Avatar?
I don't remember.
Can't remember. I know I've seen some movies in 3D. Oh, Barbara, I couldn't do that. I could not do that. Joanna, you've never seen an episode? What? Gotta fix that. So this is really waxy right now since I put all of that white Prismacolor on top. So I just keep a piece of paper nearby to kind of reactivate the tip of the Posca pen if it decides not to roll on the waxiness of it. Avatar was amazing, right? Oh, I can't, Joanna. Oh no, Catherine. So I'll admit, I saw those ones when I was in high school, and before I realized how bad of an actor, what's his name, Hayden Christensen was, I actually had the biggest crush on him. Like, I loved the scenes with him and Queen Amidala. Like, yeah, but I mean, I was high school. I was like, I don't know, 15. I was all about the romance parts of the movies. You fell asleep during Avatar? That's awesome. There was a movie I saw once that I fell asleep to. I can't remember what it was now, though. I remember it was like a high action one, but I think I like had a really long week at work and I just zonked out. Joe? What are these episodes 1, 2, and 3 do you speak of? I've never heard of them. All right, let's see. I'm feeling okay with the sky at the moment. I mean, we might add a little bit more blue later, but let's work a little bit more on the grass, shall we? There we go. What's the matter? You meowing at me? Come here, over here. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see her. There we go. What's the matter? She wants, it's lunchtime is what it is, and that's what she wants. Do you want to come up here? Are you gonna jump up? Or is that only a Paul thing? Well, Paul's here too. Make her jump up? Come here. Cause see, if I pick her up, she'll just go right down. If she comes up, that needs to be her decision. Hey, come here. Do you wanna say hi? She's like, no, absolutely not. I want you to feed me my lunch. Paul. Anybody? Does anybody want to come up? No, is she in the way? We can't make it up here? Okay. Little catnip thing still just sitting there. Silly cats. Yeah, the other kitty, she's actually here. She's such a happy unicorn. What's her name? I don't know. Does she have a name? If I'm watching movies in the house since after 7 p.m., I'm falling asleep regardless of what movie it is. Well, she's actually our older kitty. She's, nope, she's not having it. She does not want to. She is, gosh, how old is she? 14, I think? Something like that. All right, let's work a little bit on the grass. Let's put our pencils back. Right, exactly, Barb. There's so much. All right, we're gonna put all of our blues together. There we go. Put our yellows together. Put our pinks together. I love this thing. This is so cool. So cool. No, that would be Annie. I don't know where she's at. She's probably lurking somewhere plotting more of my death. Like, it's just, it's what she does. All right, let's grab, let's see, jade green? Yeah, let's grab jade green. We're going to darken the edges of this just a little bit. Next door neighbor's dog is barking. Okay. But she does. She does. She waits for me. Like, I'm telling you, if I come back and I say, hey guys, I broke my leg, you'll know who did it. If I know their taste, I might waste their time. Oh, well, it's fine, because you go into it recommending, say, well, this is what I like, and this is what works for me, and then people figure out what works for them. Yeah, it's the Paul mode. My dad took me to see episode 3, Worst Decision. I was asking so many questions because I was just old enough for the series, but hadn't seen the other movies in the series. Asked questions for the whole time. I keep asking Steve, I'm like, you think the kids are old enough for Star Wars? Yes. Yeah, but I watched the first episode the other day and I answered the question myself. I don't think they're quite ready. Maybe when they're like 10 or something. Seems to be the age that a lot of people like originally saw the first Star Wars. Avatar was preachy, that's true, but I thought the effects were good. Yeah, I like it for the effects, for sure. And I seem to remember it has a really good soundtrack as well. I guess I never did the rocks. We'll have to touch up the grass a little bit more after we do the rocks. But we're gonna add a little bit of darkness here. Obviously this grass and blades of grass are lighter than the other ones because it is daytime. Oh look, we got some more of these little star wands sticking up out of here. Oh, Joe, but you have the Lego elements. You have the Lego elements, Joe. You have them, like, and you haven't seen it, Joe. You need to see them. I have seen that it's available, but I haven't seen it yet. Wait, Shannon! Oh, you haven't even seen it? We need to have like a movie viewing night. in Discord or something. It's like, welcome to the school of Harry Potter, where we talk all things Harry Potter, because that's how I'll say his name every time, Harry Potter. Someone asked me if I can recommend a good movie or a certain genre. I would totally recommend the same. What? Kenny! Oh, all these people that haven't seen the Harry Potter. I'm like, what?
I haven't.
You've seen bits and pieces, like only because you've been
Not
kind
my
of forced.
choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been forced to because I've been watching them and they've been in the general vicinity. But you're forgiven because you bought me the Harry Potter set on Blu-ray for Christmas like a decade ago. Oh no! Everyone press play now, right? The only downside is now it's over on what? Peacock? Like it's not even on HBO anymore. I mean, like I said, I have it on Blu-ray. In fact, when I go down for lunch when we're done here, maybe I'll go watch it. Okay, let's see. Let's grab, which green do I want? Let's grab, do I have grass green? Is there a grass green in this one? There's not a grass green in this one. Let's do I have basil green out? That one is number 93. That's 92. 40. No, I don't think I have it out yet. 93. Where are you? 93. There you are. Mandatory viewing of all the Potters. Honestly, though, I much preferred the books over the movies. You know, that is true. I did struggle a little bit when I watched the movies because there were a lot of things that they left out of the books. Now, I haven't read the books in ages, so I don't remember a lot of the stuff, but I do remember watching it being like, oh no, they left out this part or they left out that part, because I definitely read the books before I saw the movies. I just watched the first movie. Oh, awesome, Daniela. Anyways, we love you anyway. If you want a good audio, the British narrator, Jim Dale, is awesome. I will close my eyes and not watch. There you go. Made us all watch Harry Potter, all of them, almost every week there for a while. Oh, every week. Oh, no. All right, we're using basil green and just kind of filling in here a little bit. Giving this a little bit more color. I haven't decided yet if we're going to use the blender pencil or the white. They did. They left out Charlie Weasley. Nearly kicked out of the cinema during the third Potter movie due to constant groans of disappointment. I stopped watching them. Oh no. I also have never seen the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies.
Joe, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk about your viewing habits. It's been a long time coming, Joe. I'm gonna need you to go to Amazon and get some of those movies, and then I need you to take an entire week, buy yourself a stock of popcorn, and then do not leave your house until they're all finished. I just can't stand for it, Joe. This is just, there's no Harry Potter, no Lord of the Rings, no Hobbit. Joe, my heart, it hurts, Joe. You've hurt my heart.
Intervention time, right? Okay, well, I guess you read it. Oh no, Joe, Evelyn's breaking up with you now. See, this is the chaos you caused, Joe. The chaos. Oh, David took. Oh, that's cute. We lost hours of my time. Oh, I love the Lord of the Rings. Okay, for those of you that have seen Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter, because those are all really good trilogies, what would you rank them as in terms of favorites? So, and we're not talking movies 1, 2, and 3. So when we're talking trilogy for Star Wars, we're talking 4, 5, 6, then the Lord of the Rings trilogy, not necessarily the Hobbit, and the Harry Potter trilogy. How would you rank them? Yes, points for reading the books. Okay. Okay, that's fair, Joe. I can appreciate that. Because there is such a thing as loving the books and being concerned that, like, when the new Nancy Drew movie came out, I couldn't watch it. I was too concerned for the fate of my Nancy Drews. Star Wars 4, 5, 6 is number 1. Yeah, I think I might have to agree. It's just so classic. I think I'd have a hard time ranking all of them, though. Honestly, like, here I am telling you to do it, but I'm like, I can't do it. It's too hard. Okay, that's fair, Joanna. That's fair. All right, let's grab our blender and kind of see what this does to the grass. Okay. We're gonna go left to right to begin with before we get to the strands here. Oh gosh, that's almost too bright. Yeah, I don't like that. That's too bright. We're gonna use our white. Awesome, Sarah! Books, Potter, Star Wars, Little Wings, movies the other way around. There you go. Yeah, that brightened it up too much. We're gonna layer white over the top of that. Like, there's daytime and then there's just too vibrant. Okay, we're gonna do up and down for this one, so we've got the grass strokes. And we're gonna be adding some more grass strokes on top once we have the rocks and the mushrooms done. Ah, yes, for part of the stream, yes. Well, in that case, maybe we should do like a duo name, Joanna. So like, we got unicorn number 1 and unicorn number 2. Maybe they're like a bonded pair. Unicorn A and unicorn B. What are some famous unicorns? What was the name of that unicorn from the last unicorn? Joe. He's standing his ground. All right, I can appreciate a man who has his values. I can tell you right now what Steve's probably is. Like, if we're talking movies, he would rank Star Wars first, then Lord of the Rings, then Harry Potter. Easy. Okay. Sorry, you're getting a little bit of glare from the window there, so I'll turn the book here so you can see in a minute. Okay, so we're just kind of going over this here, kind of blending it and smoothing it out. I tried the blender, but it just made it too vibrant and bright, and I don't want it to be that bright. Amalia, oh, that's pretty. I like that name. Maybe if we get a girl hamster, I'm gonna put that in the vote for the hamster names. Nah, the kids get to name the hamster. They actually have already started a list of names, of hamster names, so we shall see. They're waiting until they figure out which hamster they get before they name it. It's so nice, Nixie. And I ordered on Book Depository the Witch's book. I'm not sure when it'll get here, but I'm gonna go to the post office today, and the Harry Potter book should be here today. So that'll be very cool. All right, so we're just finishing the rest of this. I'm not gonna go white over the dirt yet because we're gonna be adding more. So I've smoothed out all of this, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add more defining blades of grass once we get the rocks and the mushrooms done, because we're going to be putting some in front, some behind, so we'll be layering it a little bit. So let's zoom out and kind of see where we're at with this. Go, oh, I like how that's turning out. Let's see, are we in focus? No, we are slightly out of focus. There we go. Oh, that's turning out so good. I'm so glad we decided to do this night and day thing. Oh, it's so fun. Now, like I said, we're not done with the grass. We're going to be adding in some more defining stuff, but we need to wait until we get all of the stones and the mushrooms and stuff in. Can we turn it down one more? Nah, it's still a little grayed out. But yeah, I'm liking that. Amalthea, okay. But that's still, both of those are pretty. Priscilla and Pete, sunshine and shade, I like it. Titania and Oberon. I like it. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. Oh, and Tina, I think I saw... Let's see. Was that... Hold on. Okay, yeah, Tina, I saw your email. I'll respond, or your message. I'll respond after stream here. Please direct me to where I can find the pencil holder that is being used. Exclamation point Renee, right up there, my coloring corner with Renee. She and her husband sells those. So you can contact her on Amazon or through her email. Actually, Renee, while I have you, I was gonna put your email in that command, but I wasn't sure if you wanted me to just share that so openly. I know you have it on your YouTube, but do you want me to add your email to that command so they can just email you directly in case they want to order it that way? I wasn't sure what you wanted, but I wanted to ask you before I put your email out there. Yeah. YouTube channel on the community page, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it's posted there. I actually screenshotted that picture that you have posted in the community page, and I shared it with a few people in DMs. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to ask before I did it, but so I was just like, okay, well, you can DM her through Instagram, but if you would prefer email, then I can switch that up for anybody that asks. I will let them know. But yeah, here, we can take another look at it now that we are done coloring for the day. It's super cool. So see, it's got the My Coloring Corner with Renee printed on it. Let's brighten this up a little bit. There we go. So each of these tilts down. See, and then I can sort these by color as I'm using them, and it makes it so much easier to grab them while I'm coloring, because it was pretty cringe-worthy the other day. I had pencils all over the place. And then Paul jumped up here and he was knocking them down, and well, disaster ensued. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, send me a link to that. Perfect. Yeah, whatever is the most convenient for what you want shared, because I've had a handful of messages on Instagram of people asking about it. But yeah, look at this. It's so just cool. And then, okay, perfect. Thanks, Renee. And then look, she also sent these little whipping angels. She also printed these. So they go up around my TARDIS pencil box, and they reenact the episode from Blink where they surround the TARDIS and they like shake it. It's so cool. Okay, perfect, Renee. Thanks. I'll get that updated for next time. But yeah, well, it is lunchtime. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. And this time, I promise, I will get caught up with these flowers and the mane. And then when we come back, what we'll work on is we're gonna do the rocks and the mushrooms and the water. That will be what we work on Friday night, okay? So yeah, all right, everyone. Well, I'm gonna head out. This was great. Evelyn, thank you for the Lego. See that, Joe? I said Lego. Well, now, do you still say thank you for the Lego, or you say thank you for the Legos? I don't know, Joe. Joe, I don't know if I can get on board with this Lego is plural for Lego. I'm struggling, Joe. My brain hurts, Joe. Either way, thank you, Evelyn. You're amazing. And thank you, everyone, for being here and hanging out. And yeah, this was good. I have so much fun when I do this with you all. So, but we'll see you again Friday night, 8:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We're going to keep working on this page. We're moving quite along at a pretty good pace, so it should be good fun. And then Saturday is the next episode of Let's Talk. And as I said last time, I always leave with stay healthy and stay safe, but it's just not realistic because everybody gets a little sick sometimes. So instead, stay awesome because you're all awesome. I want you to keep on being awesome. All right, so we'll see you Friday night. Stay awesome, everyone. Bye.